Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about Vanderpump Rules, Season 11, Episode 15, the season finale. Let's get right into this.
Well, you have to have tough conversations. I know. It's not easy.
I have never in my life experienced someone who gets cheated on and suddenly she becomes God. Okay,
so we begin this finale at San Francisco. Remember, the cast is there on a trip. It's a new day. People are waking up. So far, Ariana's new boyfriend, Dan, has not been hanging out with the group. So everybody's wondering if he will be around the group today. And will he be interacting at all with Sandoval? That's something everyone's been asking because he hasn't. Tonight, Sheena will be doing a performance. And then Brock talks to Sheena about the talk that she had with Tom last night. Sheena says that the conversation was great and it was genuine, but she can't help to think if it was really genuine. And of course, she feels bad for Ariana. Brock then says, listen, I love Ariana, but Tom is a better friend to us. He reaches out more and is in touch with us. Sheena says, I disagree, I won't turn my back on her. Listen, Sheena saying that Ariana and her are like best friends is the joke of the century. Just pick a side and stay on it. Sandoval literally gave her thousands of dollars when she was struggling. So then the group all gets together, they ride a trolley, they walk across the city. Dan is there, but Sandoval isn't. Sandoval stayed back to help set up Sheena's performance for later. They then stop at a Chinese restaurant, they order, then Lala jokes about cuddling with Katie the night before, and they say, oh, Schwartz, you should have hit that threesome. So, like I said, Dan is there, and he is getting grilled by Lala, which was a lot. But we did get some good answers. First of all, he's 40, which really surprised me. I didn't know he was that old. He works at a bar on the weekends, and he has a few clients that he trains, and he thinks that he might have children. Yeah, this isn't gonna last him. I think this is a rebound, but who cares? James asks him if he has met Sandoval, and Dan says, I don't know him, but I know what he did. Sheena then says, I spoke to him last night, he cried, it was genuine, and he's starting to realize that what he did to Ariana was wrong. Then boring, desperate Katie jumps in and says, can we stop believing everything this man says and his tears and stop believing that he's genuine? Brock jumps in and says, listen, I was proud that Brock was defending his wife. He says, she had a friendship with him, and it's a friendship that you all keep downplaying and dismissing. And Katie says, well, you don't know what he's done to me. He's a trashed person. Schwartz says, he's not a trashed person. He's the person who did a trashy thing. Ariana then, gets on her high horse and says, a trash thing? You better watch how you're speaking in front of me. You can leave if you want to talk like that. Who the hell does Ariana Madix think she is to tell people to leave a public restaurant? Who the hell is this person? Girl, bye. This little bitter act is getting old, and quite frankly, it's showing her true colors. Lala even made a comment about the rude awakening that Ariana is going to get once this little act gets old. So then they all headed back to the hotel. Brock did like a little beautiful thing with flowers in the room to surprise Sheena. Sheena calls LVP to tell her about the drama. LVP asks, do you still love Tom? And Sheena says yes, and LVP says, well, there's your answer. Schwartz goes to Sandoval's room, and he's telling him, Dan is really nice, to which Sandoval says, well, yeah, Ariana has great taste in men. Then as far as the conversation that Sandoval had with Sheena, Sandoval is telling Schwartz that the chat really did open his eyes to realize that he needs to apologize for some of the mental health comments that he made about Ariana. He says, I'm not looking for us to be friends or anything. I just want to apologize, learn, and grow. Lala and Katie are talking in their room. Lala tells Katie that Sheena just wants Ariana to acknowledge that Sheena and Sandoval had a friendship and that it shouldn't be getting in the way of Ariana. And Katie says, I don't think that will happen. Ariana will never be okay with that. And Lala says, well, now Sheena is going to be living her life for someone who's thriving, and that puts pressure on Sheena. And Katie says, well, if she wants that kind of friend, then go for it. So later, it is time to get going with the performance and the party. Sheena was surprised that Tom paid a sound engineer that he works with to come down there just for Sheena's performance. She didn't even ask him, but he did it, and that meant a lot to her. She says that this is what she loves about him. She's gonna have a full band. Everybody was dressed nice. The theme was like black and gold. Although I will say Adriana's look, her dress was tragic. Also, for the first time, I saw some sort of physical touch, some affection between James and Allie. they are having a lot of fun, and James takes her outside to tell her that she is his priority. He loves her and would do anything for her. She says, I'm not ready for marriage, but when I am, I wanted to be with you. It was really cute. I honestly hoping for his sake that she isn't just using him, but this scene was definitely very nice and I felt happy for him. So then Joe arrives. I like her, but she's really socially awkward. Although I will say she looked very good. So then Schwartz convinces her to go with the group. So Katie is looking at Joe like if she had killed her puppy. It's ridiculous. Joe says, I want to say sorry if I hurt you. And then Katie says, sorry if? Sorry if? It's just a sorry. And Joe says, I'm sorry I hurt you. Katie says, yeah, well, it's weird. You're weird. So apparently the reason Katie is mad at Joe is because Joe sent Katie a message talking about, I'm sorry about your divorce. But then Joe moved in with him. But Joe says, listen, there were months in between that though. And Katie says that she feels that Joe probably had it for him the whole time. Joe says no. And then before you know it, Katie starts screaming to her face, Next time someone divorces, don't move in with them. Poor Joe says, I was couch surfing. I feel bad for her because I find it to be too much. Why does Katie even care? Katie was just being so mean. Joe broke into tears. And then Katie pulls the women card and says, as a woman, you shouldn't have done that to me. And Joe just walks away. And Katie says, I don't give a F about her feelings. Ugh. Then people are just talking, hanging out. Lala and Sheena tell Sandoval that he looks great. And then Sandoval thanks Brock because he heard that Brock defended him earlier. And he says, I really appreciate it. And Brock says, absolutely. You're our friend. Just continue to be there for us. And we're going to be there good for you too. It's going to be good. I think that honestly meant the world for Sandoval to hear. So, Sandoval was walking around. Dan was feeling so uncomfortable, poor guy. But Sandoval eventually goes up to him, just out of courtesy and says, hi, nice to meet you. Wish you the best. That's all. Ariana was just on her phone. Awkward. Okay, so now Sheena gets on stage. Now, in the words of Nene Leakes, Lord have mercy. Kim thinks she's a real pop star. But I love that all the cast was vibing to her song. She sings, lip syncs that little song she wrote about Scandoval. But Sandoval says he's okay with it by now. But Sheena definitely had a blast performing. After the performance, Sandoval congratulates her, and then Ariana goes to congratulate her. Okay, here's the thing though. Sheena needs to be a little bit more cognizant of what she says. So she says to Ariana, like I said, goes to congratulate her. And then Sheena says to Ariana, so Sandoval brought this sound guy for me. I think he's becoming better. I actually think maybe Ariana wouldn't mind. I don't know, but I could see how if Sheena keeps bringing it up to her face, it could be a little annoying. Sheena's going off about he's in a path of growth, and Ariana says, listen, don't talk to me about a path of growth ever again. He doesn't deserve to be around me or breathe the same air as me. Sheena brings up that Sandoval might apologize. He's been thinking about doing that, but Ariana says that she don't need an apology from him and that she doesn't ever need to hear him speak ever again. Sheena says that she isn't going to cut him off, but she doesn't want to lose Ariana. She starts to cry. Ariana says, no, you're not going to lose me. And they're hugging and kissing, and I don't know what that was about. But that's what that was. Then you guys, as they're talking, Sandoval approaches them. And as soon as he walks, I don't even think he even said a word. Ariana walks away as if she had seen a man with leprosy. She then goes off on the producer, talking about he cheated on me, he could have given me an STD, he doesn't deserve to be around me, I'm not going to film with him. Then Sheena tells Sandoval, Ariana just told me that you're being performative and you're being fake, and that I shouldn't fall for it. Sandoval then goes from 0 to 100. He goes off, he says to the group, Ariana doesn't give a ish about you, about any of y'all. She talks crap about every single one. I'm the one that shows up. She shouldn't be on this show. She does nothing. Ariana left by now, and then Lala says, listen, I've been biting my tongue, but I'm going to break the fourth wall. She got the world rallying around her, and now she thinks she's Beyonce. Lala continues to say it's ridiculous that she doesn't want to film with the person she lives with. He didn't kill someone, she says. He did not kill someone. Who cares? She moved on 8 days later. Lawless then says, I've never experienced someone who gets cheated on and suddenly she thinks that she is God. And she, in her confessional, she brings up, she says, listen, I love this show. I take it seriously. And Ariana is a lazy person who doesn't deliver. And that's true. Now, this was what I thought was really interesting. They were showing a montage of the 11 years of this show. All the drama, the problems, the tears with Lala, James, Sheena, Jax, Kristen, Stassi, Sandoval, Schwartz, Kate, all of that. And as Lala was talking about all the things that they've gone through, and she even said that she knows what it's like to lie and hold things back. And she says that the reality is Ariana and Tom were never honest about their relationship until this scandal. Wow, that was a fantastic finale. Everything exploded. And I think that little montage kind of, I don't know what is going to happen with Vanderpump. I know that they're taking a break. I don't think we're going to see a lot of the people that we're seeing this season back. I really don't. I think there's going to be a major reboot. There's going to be changes for sure. So that was the end, you guys. Let me know what y'all thought about the finale. I thought it was good. And here's what I got to say. So the little white blonde girl got cheated on. And the world made her the savior of America. Here's the thing. What Tom did was messed up. But it's on brand for this television series. And if I could say anything to Ariana, I would say, get over it. He cheated on you. Who gives a damn? Honestly, you had your little pity party. It's time to let the mouse go. You're not that interesting. You're not that smart. You're actually lazy and boring. So stop. If you don't want to be with Tom, get the hell off this show. Because here's the thing. The only reason Ariana got on here was because of him. He was here first. If you truly cared about your peace and sanity, get the hell out. I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of all these single white females that are projecting their own insecurities and problematic relationships that they've had, and they've made Ariana into a superhero. It is enough. I am done, and that's that. If you think Ariana is the best thing since sliced bread, I feel sorry for you. There are literally women and innocent children losing their lives as I make this video. And this girl worried about someone cheating on her? Bye. I can't with this BS. But anyway, you guys, please let me know your comments. The reunion is next week, so I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.